Hi guys, welcome to another Manny Explains. Today I'm going to tell you all about the Lookout Sir rule in some detail. If you enjoy these videos guys and you haven't already, hit the subscribe and the notifications bell just below so you know each time I release one of these videos. Today we're going to take a look at the Lookout Sir rule. The Lookout Sir rule states that you cannot target an enemy character unit with 9 wounds or less while they are within 3 inches of a friendly monster or vehicle unit, or a unit consisting of at least 3 models, unless they are the closest visible target to the firing model. Let's have a look at how this looks on the table, because there are a few different scenarios where this rule will matter. So here is one such scenario where the Lookout Sir rule comes into play, guys. I have a company commander at the back over here, and he is a character. These eradicators and this Leviathan would not be able to target my company commander with any ranged weapons because he is within 3 inches of a friendly vehicle unit. So he cannot be targeted by them. One other such scenario is if we had a unit of infantry or beasts or swarms, anything other than a vehicle or monster. If he was within one of these such units that comprised of at least 3 models, they still would not be able to target him. So let's go through the ways that he would be able to be targeted. If, for example, this Leviathan were to shoot all of his guns at this unit of Bullgrins, and one of them, or even 2 of them, were to die, now the company commander is no longer within 3 inches of a friendly unit consisting of 3 models or more, so the eradicators would now be able to shoot my company commander if they wished with their ranged weapons. Also, if he were this way around, yes, the company commander is within 3 inches of a unit consisting of 3 or more models, but he is now the closest unit to the firing models and also visible to the firing models. If he is the closest and visible to enemy models, they may target him with ranged weapons because the unit is supposed to be in front of him, because the idea is they would jump in front of the shot to save him. They can't really do much from behind him. So in this kind of situation, he would also be able to be shot. This is another scenario which you may encounter on the tabletop. Here you can see the company commander is within 3 inches of a vehicle model, so he would only be able to be shot if he were the nearest visible enemy unit. Now, there is a Bullgrin. Of course, he's not within 3 of the company commander, but he is stopping the company commander from being the nearest visible enemy unit to both the Leviathan and the eradicators, and that's why he cannot be targeted right now. But this doesn't always work, so the reason why it's working is because he's within 3 inches of a vehicle. If the vehicle was no longer there, he can be shot now, because now the Bullgrin doesn't matter. He can be targeted by anybody if there is nobody within 3 inches of him. It is only if there is a friendly vehicle within 3 inches of him, or a unit consisting of 3 models or more, that he can only be targeted if he is the nearest visible enemy unit. So the vehicle being there would mean that the Bullgrin is stopping the company commander from being the nearest visible enemy unit. And if you take the tank away, because there's no one within 3 inches of him, he can be shot freely by both enemy units. In this example here, guys, you can see the company commander is within 3 inches of a unit consisting of at least 3 models. Therefore, he should only be able to be targeted by, say, the Leviathan's ranged weapons if he were the nearest visible enemy unit to the Leviathan. Strachan is in the way, however. But the Lookout Sir rule tells us to ignore other enemy character models with a wounds characteristic of 9 or less when determining if the target is the closest enemy unit to the firing model. So, to determine whether the company commander is the closest visible enemy unit to the Leviathan, we ignore any characters like Strachan who has a wounds characteristic of less than 9. So the Leviathan, in this case, would be able to shoot the company commander. However, if we were to replace Strachan with a tank commander, now a tank commander is also a character, but he has a wounds characteristic of over 9, so he is not ignored for the purposes of determining who is the closest. Therefore, the Leviathan would not be able to shoot the company commander because the tank commander is taken into account as the closest visible enemy unit because he has a wounds characteristic of more than 9.